Hi, welcome back to the channel for another video. If you're stopping by for the first time, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. What I do on this channel is to document and share the investments that I have in my taxable account. In this account, I invest in ETFs. If you want to know more about the ETFs that I hold in this account, please check out the first video that I uploaded on November the 1st. I'll make monthly videos to update you on the investment that I have in this account. I'll also make weekly videos about ETFs and other finance topics. Today's video is about one of the ETFs that I hold in this account, VCN. Before I continue, I'd like to put out there a quick disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor. The information that I'm sharing is for entertainment purposes only, and this does not constitute financial advice. Before you invest in anything, please do your own research and make sure that you only invest in things that you understand. With that being said, I'll jump back to today's topic. VCN FTSE Canada All Cap Index ETF. An ETF is simply a basket of securities that trades on a stock exchange the same way as a regular stock. This basket can consist of stocks, bonds, or a combination of stocks and bonds. Instead of investing in many individual stocks, you can choose to purchase an ETF that holds the stocks that you're interested in, or you can purchase an ETF that tracks the entire market, just like VCN. Okay, let's dive into some facts about VCN. You can see a VCN FTSE Canada All Cap Index ETF. This ETF tracks the entire Canadian market. You can see the market price, which is 43.93 cents. This was as of yesterday, November the 12th, 2021, which is the last trading date. This is the management expense ratio, the fee that they charge you when you invest in this ETF. This is currently 5 basis points or 0.05%, which is really low if you compare it to an actively managed funds that can charge you anywhere between 1 to 2%. Okay, you can also see the distribution frequency here. It is quarterly. Basically, this is the dividend payment. They pay dividend quarterly. Last time, I think it was in October. And this is the asset under management, 4.5 billion as of October 31st, 2021. Okay, you can see the overview. So it shows you currently this Vanguard ETF seeks to track the FTSE Canada All Cap Domestic Index. It invests primarily in large, mid, and small cap Canadian stocks. You can see at the inception date, it was August the 2nd, 2013. This is under 10 years ago. And the income distribution per unit, again, this is the dividend that they pay quarterly. And the last time that they paid, it was October the 8th, 2021. And the amount was 27.73.29 cents, almost 28 cents per share. Okay, let's take a look at the performance, the total returns. Okay, let's go to the summary first. All right, you can see since its inception, it has a return 9.28% on average every year or per year. 9.28% per year on average since inception, which was August 2013. Okay, let's see annually. So the annual return since inception. Well, it started in 2014, which is the first full year that it traded. All right, so you can see the total return by market price. In 2014, it returned 9.88%, so 9.86%. And the following year, 2015, it got really hammered, but it rebounded in 2016, and the return was 21.49%. In 2017, the return was also positive, 8.42%. But in 2018, it was a tough year again, negative 9.16%. Again, it rebounded in 2019, 22.17%. And the last year, which was 2020, so it returns 4.90% despite the COVID pandemic. We can take a look at the cumulative return here. So VCN market price, you can see since inception, it has returned 107.90%. Basically, if you had invested, let's say 1,000 back then, so you'd have more than doubled your investments. Let's scroll down. Okay, you can see the growth of 10K. Let's see. If you had invested 10K since inception, this is more than double of the initial investments, the initial amount that you invested basically. So if you had invested in like 5 years ago, you would have today 16,269.28. If you had invested 10K 3 years ago, you would have 15,156.16. If you had invested a year ago, you would have 13,956.83. So this shows you that the importance of investing early, because if you invested since inception, which was under 10 years ago, you would have doubled your money. But if you invested 5 years ago, you would have only 16,000. 3 years ago, you would have only 16,000. And a year ago, you would have only 13,000. So the earlier you start investing, the better, because it compounds over time, right? Okay, here's the market capitalization. You can see the large cap represents almost 75% of the fund, 74.65 to be exact. And the medium large, 4.40%, medium, 12.89%, medium small, 4.97%, and small cap, 3.10%. All right, let's take a look at the region exposure. This is just Canada, basically. They put North America 100%, and market allocation. You can see on the market allocation, the country, Canada, North America, 100%. This ETF holds only Canadian stocks. It's 100% Canada. Okay, this is the weighted exposure by sector, basically. If you look at here, so you're going to see financial represent 33.6% of this ETF. Well, if you live in Canada, you should know that finance is a big thing. Okay, the second sector is energy, which is also pretty big in Canada, 14%. Then you have technology, 11.4%, basic materials, 10.2%, industrials, 9.6%, utilities, 5.7%, consumer discretionary, 5.6%, telecom, 4.8%, real estate, 2.4%, consumer staples, 2.2%, and healthcare, 0.6%. Wow. Okay, the total should give you 100%. Next, we have the holding details. So if you scroll down, you can see the holding name, the percentage of market value, the sector, market allocation, market value, and the number of shares. The number one holding by market value is Shopify, which is in tech or consumer digital services. It represents 6.96 for 7% of the ETF. And here is its market value and the number of shares. The second one is Royal Bank of Canada with a 6.46 and something percent, which is in banks. 3, you have TD Bank. Then you have Enbridge, which is in pipelines. Then you have also Bank of Nova Scotia. You have Brookfield Asset Management, Canadian National Railway, Bank of Montreal, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, TC Energy Corp. So if you want to know more about all 182 holdings, you can just export this Excel spreadsheet, and it's going to show you everything. But yeah, you can see the top 5 banks there in the top 10 holdings, which is RBC, TD, Bank of Nova Scotia, Bank of Montreal, and the CIBC. Last time I made a video about the 6 largest Canadian banks. It was about dividend and share buyback resumption. If you want to know more about that, you can check out that video as well. All right, this brings us to the end of this video. Please feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video. If you're stopping by for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel to help the channel grow. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe. Bye.